Oh, hi there. Something I want to talk about today, not a full-grown rant, but just a little bit of observations, I guess you might call it. Excuse me, I'm going to make some faces. My eye is burning. Okay, so today's Saturday, and on Wednesday, I went to the Secretary of State office, which is the motor vehicle department here in Illinois, to renew my driver's license, which after 4 years since renewal, and then another 4 years automatic extension by mail, it decided to inconveniently expire at the end of July, near the end of July, right in the middle of all the messes. But the state extended all the licenses that were expiring until November 1st. And so then they just recently re-extended, I guess that's a word, extended again until February. But with winter coming on and flu season and another wave of whatever with whatever, it didn't seem like a better idea than just going and getting it done. So I went on Wednesday, and well, it turned out I didn't have to have my picture taken. I guess that's one of the things they're minimizing contact between people in the eye machine and so forth. So all I had to do was stand in line outside and stand in line inside. Actually, not in line, on a little square taped to the floor, 6 feet away from other people standing on those squares taped to the floor. No chairs in use either, which for me is a problem, but and I just came home and spent a long time in the recliner with with my electric blanket on. Um, so I can move a little bit today. Um, I wouldn't want to try to do too much right now. I have this kind of inclination for my legs to suddenly decide they want to stop working and want me to fall over, which is never a good thing. Um, I guess. Anyway, so the thing I was getting to is that they also extended the real ID requirement for another year to next fall. But being that I was getting my license renewed, I gathered up the paperwork for that. And they have a thing here where you can do it online. You can answer all the questions about the dates and names and things that are on your paperwork, and then take all the paperwork over in with you to the office, and then they scan it and check that you actually filled it in correctly and so forth. So I did that, and but this is what I want to talk about. See, here's the thing they supply you with. There are 4 parts to it. Um, there's a group 1 and a group 2 and a group 3, and on the other side a group 4. Now, I'm not actually expecting you're going to read this, but I'm going to read some of it. Because the first group is proof of identity, date of birth, and U.S. citizenship or lawful status. So, I mean, that was pretty easy. Certified copy of a birth certificate. That wasn't too tricky at all. Next one, full social security number, social security card, or W-2 form, or pay stub, or SSA 1099. 1099 is if you're collecting social security, that's the form they send you telling how much they paid you that year. And I have one of those, so I'm okay with that. But residency is the third group. Requires 2 of the following documents. All documents must contain full residence address. And account numbers must be visible. Okay, so here, this is where the problem is. Bank statement dated within 90 days prior to application. Canceled check dated within 90 days prior to application. Okay, now, my bank no longer returns canceled checks. They stopped doing that a long time ago. I mean, years, not like long in months, I mean long in years. I actually was paying them a monthly fee to get them returned to me for a while, and then they even stopped doing that. And now they even want to stop sending a statement, a paper statement. They want you to just take the electronic one. And everything else wants to do that too. I mean, the utilities and all the other stuff. Well, I guess there's a few things that still aren't trying to get me to do it online, like the insurance, my insurance policy, homeowners and car. But yes, I mean, on one hand, you've got all these things telling you not to do things by mail, and then when you want to go and prove who you are, you have to have something that they mailed to you, and it has to be within the last 90 days. So something you only get once a year, like property tax or voter registration card or something like that, may not actually fit into that. I don't know. Anyway, what's on the back? Oh, written signature on the back. And so, your current driver's license, credit card bill, military service record, DD 214. I took that one because my social security card, which is one of the things they suggest, my written signature on my social security card, I got that when I turned 16 or 18, and my signature doesn't look a lot like that anymore. And I think most people now get social security cards for their babies, so I'm not too sure how that would be proof of a written signature. I haven't looked into it, so maybe there is some nifty way to get that to work. But maybe you apply for a second one when you're older or something, a replacement. But so anyway, yeah, I do have a social security card, but the signature on it looks like, kind of a barely formed kind of, not barely formed. What am I trying to say? Formed in a school way, the way your teachers in school want you to form letters when you're writing, not like a signature. Although, I mean, my signature is readable usually. Anyhow, so yeah, that was the adventure of, like, everybody wants everything done by electronic stuff, and then when you try to prove who you are, you're supposed to supply something in paper. So it seems to be, I guess, that the Secretary of State office hasn't quite caught up to that trend or something. Okay, so yeah, and then they're gonna I've got a temporary thing now, and they're gonna send me the real one within some number of business days, which I at the moment forgot, but it's written down someplace. Okay, well, see, I told you that wasn't actually going to be a rant. It was just a minor discussion about how this thing went. Just in case anybody over there is going to go get a real ID, just dig out all that paperwork that maybe you don't have. You may have to go someplace and ask somebody to send you a letter or something to be able to prove it. Okay, well, hey, hope you're doing well. I'm doing reasonably well now. Take care. Bye-bye.